I'm going to talk now about the North Node being in the sign of Leo. So, the North Node being in the sign of Leo indicates, because it's opposite, I believe it's 180 degrees in opposition. 90 degrees is a square. It's not comfortable. And an opposition between Leo and Aquarius is what we're talking about. I think this is one of the big oppositions that really does overlap very, very easily and intertwine more than the others, even. More than the others, I think. So the South Node in Aquarius, I think, when I did I have a song that I did, my nodal axis between Leo and Aquarius song. I talk about the colors of the bright, hot fiery red, and orange, or in orange, versus the white pale color, and this is very representative of the seasons of which these two signs are where the sun is. So in the northern hemisphere, when the sun is in Aquarius, it's very cold, it's very wintry, it's very icy. There's snow, there's icicles, there's the clouds, which are very white and thick, and there's a pale sort of light with wintertime, and how we go in and reflect and get creative and shake things up, mix things up, try this experiment. For example, I believe it was when the sun was in Aquarius. I did a little experiment with making a crystal, and so it was the process with a certain thing that I would put into this liquid, or however you would make a crystal. Um, but not only that, but books and reading, and watching a new show, or watching something on your computer or your phone. What you have access to during this time of year, which is transforming based off of when I am filming this video. So the Aquarius sign is very, very much about communities. And coming together in these different types of communities, and interacting with one another, sharing and exchanging ideas, but also learning from others. You know, I remember I know somebody with this placement, and I remember saying to him, well, you're going into this, job program to also teach others and bring your own things into others. Add your own contribution, teach others this, and, sort of a give and take, sort of a trade off. I teach you this, you teach me that. I give you this, you give me that. But it comes from you, your individuality, you contributing as an individual and shining in your own life. And that does give away a spoiler for what this nodal uh, placement and positioning is all about. But he said, well, you're, here to learn. And I was like, well, I know that. And I mean, I'm trying to think of other examples for where this nodal placement is very promenade. It could be this, you know, And this is just, a random example, but it could be you sitting in a room, which doesn't have a whole lot of art and a whole lot of, spark to it, which is very, very pale, and you would be, sitting on this Zoom meeting, for instance, interacting with, your colleagues or interacting with other people, maybe reaching out and joining a group, joining a tribe or joining a certain club where you needed to, um, you needed to, listen and be open, share, collaborate, connect, compromise, work with others where success and your well-being could have depended quite a bit on how others saw you. And so there is this feeling like you cannot express yourself, your own individuality, being the star in your own life. Being the one who, you know, drives that fancy car around and, everyone's looking, oh, such a wonderful car. Being that person who is very, very very creative in your own way, on a cooking show, for example, and I am teaching you this, and you know being creative and finding your niche where you can really really feel like this life has meaning for you. It's very very fulfilling. It is making you happy. It is bringing you joy, and where you can open up the doors to new possibilities. And a lot of these creative outlets could be um, in the humanities, like music, and writing as well. Being a novelist, being a musician, being a creator of something artistic, and being like a lot of singers are actresses and actors, where, for instance, if you go to a movie theater, the spotlight is on them. They're big. When you go see and on the big screen, it's huge. They get people's attention. What are you seeing them standing up and standing out and being individual and having the attraction and the admiration, but it's really really about not being so attached to what others think, um and just breaking free of that and expressing yourself in so many different ways, where there has to be a center to where all the planets revolve around. And all the planets revolve around the sun. That helionistic sort of, heliocentric theory, which was discovered during the scientific revolution. But there has to be a center. If things are going to revolve, then they have to revolve around something. Stand up, take advantage of life. Um, you know, um, so that's very, very important. Where, you may have been somebody that it all depended on the groups and having to be very humanitarian and um, and connect with the community. And there is a sort of um, millennial sort of frustration with this that comes in, um, and sort of a conditioning, throughout these lives, and this sort of, getting used to this is conditioning of this. And Aquarius can deal with, and I remember asking this person saying, oh, I don't have any, creative um, like I don't do a whole lot of things creative. I'm not very creative. Well, the Leo North node is very much about creativity. It does not have to be, painting a painting or, composing a song, but it can be, creating a desk, for instance, you know, working with the land, caring for nature. Regardless of what it is, and there's many, many examples, but regardless, it is about what makes you feel fulfilled and feels very abundant, feels very um, right and light, and it really feels eh, you know very good for you. You're getting a lot out of this. You are enjoying it, um, and this sort of outlet as well, where it really feels, you can really feel exuberant and really let your hair down, in a way, letting yourself go, uh, with enjoying this sort of thing in life. So, getting into the heart, following your heart, getting into the generosity of giving and being in the individual, because there is a attraction towards this, which is going to be upcoming. Um, and I remember watching a video about this where parents would say to their children, and this is not, don't take my word for it, but the lady making this video said, what do you want to accomplish today? What do you want to achieve? Not getting, not staring at the sidelines, standing at the sidelines, observing everybody else with the spectacle glasses, but, enjoying life, having fun, joining in your own way. So, um, that's what this is about. So, thank you for watching. Subscribe, um, like this video, share it, and hit the bell.